Two players ineligible for Partick Thistle, Alex Burns and Andy Roddy, and 3 changes from the team which lost at Wraith last weekend. Jamie Dolan, Derek Fleming and Paul Walker in, to the exclusion of James McKinstry and the not fully fit former Inverness striker Scott McLean. Here's how his old team, Caley Thistle, line up. No change from the 11 who started last week's defeat of Falkirk. Inverness at full strength, with Charlie Christie still a creative force, a month away from his 36th birthday, and 36 goals this season between strikers Dennis Wyness and Paul Ritchie. The referee at Firhill is John Robotham. It's Firhill for Thistles, the 5th meeting of the season between these two. The first cracker goal inside the first 10 seconds from Danny Lennon. They've met 3 times in the league. Thistle have won all 3. Caley Thistle won in the CIS Cup, and the two will meet again on the final day of the league season. Paterson, he's given possession back. Christie, Wyness, Robson, chance for a shot at goal. And Paul Ritchie wasn't too far away from getting another touch on that. It was an attempt at goal, undoubtedly from Robson. He didn't really catch the shot, it went wide, but it ended up not far away from the toes of Ritchie. Lennon's pass picks out Paul Walker. Calmly defended. That was Cregan. And Dolan, now Barry Robson. Trying to spark something. Support from McBain. There's a chance for Wyness! That's a brilliant finish from Dennis Wyness. His 21st goal of the season. 6 minutes gone at Firhill. And it's the dream start for Inverness. Set up by the combination of Robson and McBain. Wyness wasn't picked up by the Thistle defence. And that's a big mistake. He scored twice last weekend against Falkirk, taking his Caley Thistle total to 50. It's now 51, and Inverness are in front. Fleming. The home team still to settle. Fleming linking the play together. Nicely on from Hardie to Jerry Britton. Well, it's a shot on target at least. But didn't carry a whole lot of menace. And it was never going to ask serious questions, this, of Nicky Walker, the Inverness keeper, who's 40 later this year. Monroe leaves it to Mann. Dolan's header. McBain for Robson, lovely turn, used his body well there. Not the ball into the box he wanted though. That was a useful opportunity with Wyness and Wyness waiting, and Ritchie as well in the middle. Good interception by Bobby Mann, but the Thistle supporters getting ever more furious with the way things are going for their team at the moment. The Thistle fans so far are less than impressed with their team. They are the first division leaders, but they're playing second best here so far. Ritchie is the target, headed away by Cregan. Robson turning inside. The reverse pass for Wyness, and it flicks the outside of the net. The idea was good here from Barry Robson. If you're being critical, a little bit too much on the pass, which made the angle very tight for Wyness, and he'd little chance of beating Kenny Arthur. So a first half change for Partick Thistle. It's Jamie Dolan who's gone off, and it's James McKinstry on.
Tokely and Mann both went for that. Duncan. That could be useful for Winus. Threatening against Paterson, who recovered well. Takes a top quality defender to Scott Paterson. Alan Archibald showing some determination. Thistle looking for a free kick. Not getting it though from John Robotham. Robson. Winus. On for Tokely. Good build-up. Useful ball in as well. And Inverness Thistle so close to a second goal. Paul Ritchie flung himself at it. At the near post, and it was Roy McBain at the far post who came sliding in with a late effort as well. All it needed was a touch, and it was 2-0. Great build-up, and the ball into the box from Tokely was almost perfect. Paterson immediately gives it away. Here's an opportunity for number 2, and it's deflected wide from Paul Ritchie after Paterson lost possession to him. And the ball spun off Craigan and wide. Corner kick right at the start of the second half. Charlie Christie with the corner kick. Paterson away. Not far enough though. And it's another corner kick. Barry Robson's shot was deflected behind. Robson himself with the corner kick. And what a chance for Ross Tokely. He crept in unnoticed at the back post. And he knows that this was a golden opportunity to give Inverness a 2-goal lead. He didn't get over the header. He almost had too much time to think about it. But John Lambie will be looking on in horror here at the lack of marking from his team. Craigan off Winus. Back from McKinstry. And it sets up Paul Ritchie. Now for Winus. Missed that completely. Barry Robson's shot blocked. Another great opportunity for Inverness Thistle. Another ghastly error in the Partick Thistle defence, setting up Ritchie, who then laid it up for Dennis Winus, and most unlike him. Partick Thistle following up last weekend's league defeat at Kirkcaldy with another pretty unconvincing performance so far. They'll hope they can lift it between now and full time. Johnny Britton won a good header. Roy McBain straight at James McKinstry. Johnny Britton in behind McBain. Here's an opportunity for Partick Thistle. And that's a great clearance from Russell Duncan, coming to Cali Thistle's rescue here after McKinstry opened up the Cali defence. Britton fired it across, and Duncan did well to ensure that that didn't end up in the back of his own net. Nearly an hour played of this cup tie at Firhill. The home team one down. Not for much longer, possibly. Martin Hardie! 1-1! A 14th goal of the season, and how valuable, I wonder, will that one be for Hardie? He ghosted into the penalty box, picked out by Stephen Craigan. It was a well-flighted ball. Nicky Worker came off his line, then stopped. Great touch from Hardie to control the ball with his left foot and drilled it home with his right. There'll be an inquest in the Inverness defence about the ease with which Hardie found himself, that sort of room in the penalty area. But there's no question about the finish.
Hardie for Partick Thistle, and it's 1-1.
And from Stuart McCaffrey. Here comes Ross Tokley heading for the byline. Corner kick. Powerful player, Tokley, 6'3", 13.5 stone, takes some stopping. Thistle would love to hit back quickly. In from Robson, chased by Charlie Christie. An audacious attempt there at the back heel. In from Stuart McCaffrey. There's Bobby Mann. Here's a chance. Wireless! He's done it again. Within a couple of minutes of the Partick Thistle equaliser, Dennis Wireless has Inverness ahead again. This should have been fairly comfortably dealt with for Partick Thistle. Totally misjudged the long ball into the box, and Bobby Mann was able to set up Dennis Wireless. Look at the space he was given there, and Wireless is unlikely to miss from that sort of range. So Dennis Wireless makes it 22 for the season, 2-1 Inverness. And that has these fans who've come down from the Highlands jubilant. McBain to Robson. Barry Robson again. Robbed by McKinstry. Danny Lennon and James McKinstry again. Great challenge though from Mann. Christie turning away from Lennon. Skating across a difficult surface. Chance for Roy McBain to create something here. Blocked by Paterson. Good run from Paul Walker. Nobody there. Don't know if you couldn't see into the sun there, but there was little point in driving that one across. Nothing in the box for Partick Thistle at all. They know the Inverness bench that they're looking at a place possibly in the semi-finals of the Cup for the first time in their short history. Missed by Barry Robson. Jerry Britton with a chance to create beyond Nicky Walker. Corner kick is given. Walker was hoping that was out before there was any contact made with it. It was nicely weighted from Britton. And the final touch was off the head of Russell Duncan. Partick badly want to make something of this. Played in by Danny Lennon. Came off the head of Robson. And there's the equaliser for the second time. And it's Scott Paterson this time. And this is turning into a real cup thriller. 15 minutes remaining, 4 goals already. And this is number 4, controlled on his head by Scott Paterson. And that's a wonderful left foot volley into the far corner. Certainly a goal fit to square the game. Barry Robson will be disappointed with his defensive header. It fell for Paterson, and Nicky Walker was a beaten man. It's well worth seeing again. Fired in at the far post. Stuart McCaffrey could only look on in some admiration as Paterson makes it 2-2. Scott Paterson, this could be their last chance. Headed away by McCaffrey, flicked on by Duncan. Now Christie, he's lost it. Danny Lennon wants this into the box. Hardie, Lennon again, Tokley's challenge, wins it for Inverness. And that might just be the last threat. It certainly is. Full time at Firhill. And these two, the two Thistles, have served up 90 minutes of great entertainment 4 goals, and they'll have to do it all over again in Inverness a week on Tuesday in the replay. Martin Hardie got the first Partick Thistle equaliser after Dennis Wyness had scored for Inverness, and it was Scott Paterson who equalised again to take this tie to a replay after Wyness had scored his second and made it 22 for the season for him. Final score at Firhill: Partick Thistle 2, Inverness Cali Thistle 2.
And Thistle versus Thistle Part 2 to come in 10 days' time. Jerry Britton's with us. Jerry, that first half, was that about as bad as it's been this season?
Yeah, I don't think we could really have played as poorly as we did. It's just one of the things that you can't account for. We prepared just as well as we had for the Dundee game in the last round, and then we go out there and we give a performance that couldn't have been as more opposed to the last round as it was.
And I suppose you're just happy to be in the cup?
Exactly. The way the game started, Inverness came down and really imposed themselves on the game, thoroughly deserved their lead, and to be still in with a chance of progressing to the semis at the end of the game after the performance we gave, we've got to be happy with that.
I gather John Labby was in colourful form at half-time. We sadly don't have a recording of that, but we do have a recording of what he said after the match.
I don't make excuses for my team. To me, I'm going as far as to say I thought we were diabolical at the first half. We didn't compete for anything, we're second to every ball. But the second half, once we get in about them, they showed a lot more urgency and deserved what they got out at the end of the day.
What he also said after the game, Gordon, John Lambie, was that he'd picked the wrong team. He'd sent out the wrong team, which is quite refreshing that he'd a manager being as honest as that.
Yeah, I was taking the blame for it, I'm sure, but I don't think it's so much the manager that's the wrong team or whatever. I think just that Partick just never got it going. They never passed the ball to each other, so it wouldn't matter who was playing.
But Jamie Dolan was in big problems, having big problems, wasn't he?
On the right-hand side, yeah. He did, but, you know, Jamie Dolan doesn't really play there very often. Maybe that was a mistake he made. I'm sure John was saying to the players at half-time, look, chaps, we can do a lot better, or words to that effect. But I have to say that Thistle were poor in the first half, and Inverness, the only thing they came disappointed was they weren't leading by more goals, because that always left Partick in a chance.
One of the few successes for Partick Thistle today was the performance and that equalising goal from Scott Paterson. Here he is.
I thought we were poor today. Cali were playing really well, and it took us until half-time to, start stringing a few passes together. But, we dug in, and, we got a couple of equalisers. And, looking for us, we're still in the cup.
Getting a wee bit of stick there from some of his teammates as they left the ground. Now, his showing today maybe caused some raised eyebrows for those of us who don't watch First Division football regularly, Jerry, but he's been a standout, hasn't he, all season?
He has been. He's been a revelation for us at the back all season, and his goal today, his whole performance, but his goal especially, was just another example of the tremendous technical ability that he has, and it's no surprise to us whatsoever.
Looked very, very comfortable, Gordon.
Yeah, even in the first half, as I said before, and I make no excuses to Jerry here, but I said at half-time that I felt he was the only player that deserved pass marks. I thought he was very good in the first half, but I thought as the game went on, he got better and better, and it did culminate in the goal. Not with that pass it in, but I have to say that I thought he was absolutely outstanding, and I like his Robbie Burns haircut as well, which endears him obviously to the Scottish fans.
Looks as if he could play at a higher level, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's been at a good level. He started at Liverpool, I think.
That's
and,
right,
he's been about a few clubs since then, but he read the game very well today. I thought he passed it well, and an outstanding performance. And as I say, this is a special moment. He won't get much better than this in his career.
What did he say afterwards about this, Jerry?
Well, we were given a wee bit of stick because we can't even remember him scoring in training, never mind in another match. And to be fair to Scott, he couldn't remember the last time he'd scored in a match himself.
I don't think he'd want to get another one after that. It would take the sheen off that. But talking of Patersons, let's hear from Steve Paterson, the Inverness Cali Thistle manager.
A wee bit disappointed that I felt maybe Partick weren't at their best today, and possibly it was a wee bit of lost opportunity, having taken the lead twice. But in saying that, the way football is, going into the last 5-10 minutes, we could have lost the game, that would have been a real bit of disappointment. And I suppose if you'd asked me before the game, would you accept a draw, I would say yes.
They were good, first half especially, Gordon, when Charlie Christie was running the show. Yeah,
they did a lot of good performance. I thought they passed the ball very well, and they kept the pressure on Thistle. They were creating openings. There were one or two other ones that they just didn't quite turn into goals, but they certainly could have been better value than 1-goal lead at half-time. But, I think you've got to give credit to Partick. I mean, their fighting spirit was there. They kept fighting back, and even though they went behind twice, they fought back on a day when they've not played well. But definitely, I think Inverness probably looking at 70 or 80 minutes of the game, deserved to win the match.
Neil, with your Aberdeen connections, you know all about Dennis Wyness, and I think we saw a couple of great examples today of what he does best.
Yeah, Dennis is a talent. As a coach, you try to develop that talent, but he's got natural ability. As you can see, it was good build-up play down the left-hand side. As he's came in, he's took it well on his unnatural side, his left foot, and it's a great finish. And if he gets chances like that, you stick them away. He seems to find the space in the box. It's not done by luck. He picks up good areas, and he gets the end of a lot of things going in the box. And I think it's only a matter of time before a big club comes in and gives him an opportunity to play at a bigger level.
Do you think he will step back up again? Because he was obviously dispensed with by Aberdeen, but he's getting stronger and stronger physically and in other ways.
Yeah, without a doubt. As I say, he's got good movement. He takes the ball in well. He's two-footed. Obviously, he's not as aggressive as a lot of strikers, but again, he's got good movement, and he's a great finisher with both feet. And as I say, his work rate's second to none.
And this was the goal, which Inverness Gordon at the time thought would win them the match.
It was very poor defending by Partick of the long ball, and really should have got that away. But in the end up, you know, they did well to come back as quickly, Inverness as well, to re-establish their lead. But you know, give credit to Partick, they just kept going and got the game back again.